So tell us first and foremost about your life. Let us know who you are as Mr. Darryl Bumpass Sr.
Well, Darryl Bumpass Sr. I'm a Bronx-born baby. I grew up in the Bronx and BX, Boogie Down Bronx, as most of us know, and I also grew up part of my life in Mount Vernon, also known as Money Earning Mount Vernon. And I was surrounded by my family, my love, my mother, my father, my sisters, and I had a great foundation, and they also taught me how to go after everything that I want. And we moved from the Bronx to Mount Vernon, and that was the first time I seen someone take a leap of faith and they purchased their new home, their own home, or one of their own homes. And that showed me that in life you have to take a leap of faith. Take a leap of faith no matter what. My journey started from me learning how to get out of my own way. My journey started, as I reiterate, from taking a leap of faith. I feel like my whole life has been a leap of faith throughout my journey. When I decided to marry my wife, and no one knew that we got married, and I met her once when we moved to Mount Vernon. Several years later, I moved. When my parents moved to Mount Vernon, I ended up meeting her. She had grew up in Mount Vernon, and she lived in Mount Vernon with her family. And we took a leap of faith. We had known each other for only 3 weeks.
So it sounds like very early on you've been a man on a mission. So you went on to become a business owner. Tell us about that.
Well, I started out again taking a leap of faith that I was working a 9 to 5, and I just knew that I wanted more from life. I knew there was something else out there for me, and I started my clothing company, my menswear company, which was called Moneta Menswear. I had doubt and I had naysayers in my life, but I knew that there was something out there that was calling me, and I started the clothing company. And then from the clothing company, something told me there was more that I needed to do, and I started writing my book. And the books became successful, and from that, it gave me a platform to push me into being a public speaker. Waking up one morning, looking in a mirror, and watching my left side of my face, seeing the left side of my face paralyzed, seeing the left side of my face twisted. I thought I was dying. I thought I was having a stroke. At the time, I was in my early 40s or so. I was in my early 40s, and I was carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders. And it was my mind and my body and my spirit telling me that enough is enough. It's time for you to get out of your own way. It's time for you to start investing in yourself.
So you went through a tremendous physical transformation as well as, a holistic transformation.
I did. Indeed, I did. And also emotional, because I had lost my father. I watched him take his last breath from dying from lung cancer. So I was dealing with a lot of stress and worry on my mind. And my body and my mind and my spirit was just telling me enough is enough, Darryl. Enough is enough. You have to get out of your own way. I believe it's Norman Vincent Peale that says once you change your thoughts, you change your world. And I had to start changing my thoughts. People say that life is hard. And I now realize, and at the time I began to realize life isn't hard. Life is easy. We make it hard. We make it hard. And I had to say to myself, what is it going to take? What resources do I need to get out of my own way? And the first thing that came to my mind was, and still is, that I had to be honest with myself. I had to be honest with myself, and I had to take inventory of my life. And I had to begin to start deleting distractions out of my life.
Knowing that you had to be honest with yourself, because I think that many people might be willing to say, oh yeah, I've got to be honest with myself, and never take it anywhere else, never go anywhere else with that. How did you become honest with yourself?
But sometimes it may be things, again, like I said, things that will push you into being honest with yourself. And for me, it was looking in the mirror and seeing my face twisted to the left side. My whole face was twisted to the left side. It shook my world. It shook my foundation. And I knew that there needs to be change. I knew that I had to start being honest with myself. A lot of people don't want to be alone, because when you're alone, that's when you have to have time to communicate with yourself. I took that alone time. I took that solitude. I created the time. Because most people say, I don't have time to do this, I don't have time to do that. You have to make time. Warren Buffett said the best investment you can make is investing in yourself. I had to create the time to start investing in myself. And the minute that I started investing in myself, the minute I started being honest with myself, and that's when I started deleting distractions out of my life. Friends, family, co-workers, just different things that was not going to allow me to become the best version of me.
So how were you able to not allow that to happen to yourself? And what would you say to someone who might be listening, who's kind of in that place and needs a little bit of encouragement?
The hardest thing is for people to say is, I'm sorry, I love you, and I need help. I need help. And the best thing you can do is ask for help. And that's what I did. I knew that I needed help. And I was directed to, I would say in my mind, one of the best therapists that I could have ever met. And I was directed to Mr. Thomas Jordan. And I went into therapy. It's so necessary. We have the tools at our disposal, and at times we don't use them. Being honest with yourself is asking for help. I've learned that if it's not on paper, it doesn't matter. So I knew early on that I needed to put my journey on paper, and hopefully someone will be able to benefit from the things that I've went through, the things that I go through, whether it's good or bad. I still want to be able to be authentic, transparent, and share it through my speaking or through my writing, and hopefully it will allow others to become the best version of themselves.
And so, as you look at your journey, as you contemplate speaking to that individual who's really looking for hope, what are some of the key things that you'd like to speak into their life right now, or his or her life right now?
Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Get out of your own way. Step into your blueprint. Step into your blessings. Step into your purpose. Step into your assignment. Take inventory of your life and start getting the distractions out of your life. And then you'll have a clear vision of what it is that you were assigned to do, what you were created to do. If you're doing it and it's not working, change the process. The process that you were using may have gotten you to where you are now. In order to get to the next level, you may have to change the process. That doesn't mean you have to change your vision, but maybe you just have to change the process of getting to see that goal, to see that vision manifest. Now, as far as I don't have the time, I did a post on that some time ago about telling the teacher that the dog ate my homework. It doesn't make any sense. You have to create time. You have to create the time. I can recall there were times when I would work my 9 to 5 and then come home and be in my basement when I started my clothing company, and I would be in my basement sewing the labels into my T-shirts until 2 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning, and I would have to be at work at 7 o'clock in the morning the next day, and then I would get off from that 9 to 5, and then I would go and put the T-shirts and the clothes and the products and giving the line sheets to the stores that I wanted to carry my products. So I created the time. If you want something bad enough in life, you will always find the time. If it's that important to you, you will always find the time. It's funny how we can find time for TV and for other things that's non-productive, but the things that we can really put our investment and that we can really invest our time to, we make excuses for it. When opportunity knocks, you should not close the door. And the only way opportunity is going to knock is when you start creating the time. You stay ready, so when the opportunity knocks, you say, I've been waiting for you. See, the thing is that our blueprint has already been assigned to us. Our blueprint has already been planned out for us. The universe and God is just waiting for you to give your consent. It's just waiting for you to say, we've been waiting for you. Once you give your consent and say, all right, I'm ready, everything will open it for you. The moment that you get out of your own way, miracles will happen. Just say to the universe, I'm ready for you to blow my mind. I'm ready for you to show me what you have planned for me. Giving your consent is saying, I'm ready, but you just have to create that time, and you have to give your consent to God, to the universe. Say, I'm ready. And everything will start manifesting for you. Life is easy. We make it hard.
You know, you are certainly at a level whereby you're speaking from your own experiences as well as your own successes. Now, you're a very, very successful author. You've got 3 books. I know you hear me, but are you listening? That's the title of one. Mr. and Mrs. Distraction. That's interesting. And We Need to Talk. Tell me about the inspiration behind those books.
Well, the first book, I Know You Hear Me, but Are You Listening? It comes from, again, me speaking about the universe, again, me listening to my father tell me things when I was young, when I was a child, that I heard them, but now I'm actually listening. I heard the things that my parents told me as I was growing up, but now I'm actually listening to them. I heard the things when I was on my knees and praying for the things that I want in life. I was asking for these things. But now as God was telling me, like, are you actually listening? And so we're so quick to get on our knees and pray and get up without actually listening to the response. Are you listening to your intuition? When your intuition is telling you these things, your intuition is telling you to go left, and instead you want to go right. When your intuition is telling you don't need to be in this relationship is not helping you. When your intuition is telling you that I can do better than what I'm doing now, I don't have to settle. I know you hear me, but are you listening? This is your spirit telling you that you are bigger than whatever you're going through. Whatever it is you're going through is temporary. It's not a setback, it's just a setup. So I know you hear me, or are you listening? Well, once again, Mr. and Mrs. Distraction comes from the things that we surround ourselves with in life, and they're non-productive. The things that are obstacles in our life that we actually think are hindering from us and getting to the next level. Again, it could be friends, it could be family, it could be debt. Intimate distraction could be you not achieving your financial freedom. Mr. and Mrs. Distraction could be you want to eat the things that's not going to help you become the best version of yourself. Once you start eliminating Mr. and Mrs. Distraction, oh wow, life is amazing. Life is amazing. I allow Mr. and Mrs. Distraction to cause the left side of my face to become paralyzed. But once I got out of my comfort zone, because you have to remember your comfort zone is lying to you. So the minute that I was able to get out of my comfort zone, now I like my smile. Now I like to hang out. Before I used to hang out with stress and worry. I used to hang out with Mr. and Mrs. Distraction. Now I hang out with peace of mind and happiness, and I like them. We need to talk. Usually when someone presents that to you, you know it's usually a serious conversation. And we need to talk we need to take inventory of what's going on. Elaine, we need to talk. You know something serious is coming behind that. So that's me telling myself, that's you telling yourself, that's your listeners telling yourself. We need to talk. So when they read the book, they'll see that there are tools in there that they can use so that they can start taking their life more serious and get out of their own way, pretty much. I can list so many things, but my main thing is just get out of your own way. Once you get out of your own way, everything will manifest.
Oh, wow. Well, I'll tell you, it's been absolutely fantastic talking with you, Mr. Darryl Bumpass Sr. You're truly a light bearer, I think, who goes about shattering the darkness with positivity. If you need inspiration, listeners, consider reaching out to Mr. Darryl Bumpass Sr.